Hey everyone, welcome back. So today in this video, we are going to see how we can add a column which contain date type of data. It means the data type of that particular column is the date along with another column which contain numeric type of data, or we can say the data type of that particular column is whole number. Okay. And that is in Power BI desktop level as well as in the Power Query Editor level. So before moving into the question, let me show you the dataset that I have already imported into the Power BI desktop environment, that is called as the status table. Okay. So if you want to see the data, what exactly content, here you can see this status table content three column. One is the name column, then last modification date column, and third one is the status column. Okay. It means this table contain the name of the people. Okay. Then their last modifications date of the status. All right. So now our requirement is we have to calculate another new column that is called as the due date column. Okay. And to calculate the due date column, we have to apply this formula, that is due date equal to last modification date. Yani ki this one is the last modification date column, right? So on this particular column, we have to add 30 days extra. Okay. It means due date equal to last modification date plus 30 days, right? You got my point, right? So now our requirement is we have to calculate the due date column both in the Power BI desktop level as well as in the Power Query Editor level. All right. So let's see how we can do that. I know you are thinking it's quite easy, but if you'll practically do it, then you can see the problem. Okay. Now let's move into this report view and we'll see first how we can calculate the due date. Okay, in the Power BI desktop level. Got it? So let me click on this report view. And here you can see this is the status table which contains three columns, right? Last modification date, name, and the status. So as per our requirement, now we have to calculate the due date column, right? But before that, let me create one table, okay? And inside this particular table, I will take these three columns first: name column, status column, and last modification date column, okay? Just right click on this last modification date and click on last modification date instead of date hierarchy. Okay, so now as you can see, this particular column contains the date type of data, right? So now to create another column called as the due date, what we can do, just right click on this particular table, then click on new column. Okay, then here you can rename it as due date equal to last modification date. As per our requirement, to calculate the due date, we have to take last modification date plus 30, right? Then click enter. And now here you can see we have successfully created another column called as the due date, and if we'll drag this due date into this table visual, and again if I will go to this particular column section and if I will right click on this due date column, then click on due date, then these things will be shown as the date form. Okay, still now it is showing like date and time. So just click over here, then go to this format section, and here you have to select on sort date. Okay. So now if we'll calculate 12th March 2023 plus 30 days, then the output will be 11th April 2023. Okay. It means if we will add 30 days on each value of this last modification date column, then the output should be look like this. Okay. This is an online calculator. So here I will select 12th March. Okay. 2023, and over here if I will add 30 days, okay, if I will add 30 days on that, and if I will click on calculate new date, then scroll down, and here you can see the result will be 11th April 2023, right? So let me check. Here you can see this is the 11th April 2023. It means this due date column contains the date of the last modification date plus 30, right? So in this way, we can easily calculate the due date column from last modification date easily in Power BI desktop level, right? But if you will do the same thing in Power Query Editor, then it will give you the error. Let me show you first, okay? So just click on this transform data, and then it will take you to the Power Query Editor level, right? Here you can see name column, last modification date column, and the status column in this Power Query Editor level, right? So now to create a new column called as a due date in Power Query Editor, what we can do, just click on this add column, then click on custom column. Okay. And here as per our formula, to calculate the due date, we have to take the last modification date. Here you can see last modification date plus 30, right? So just click on last modification date, then click on insert. Okay, and here it will add 30, right? It will add 30 days on this, and if you click on OK, then it will give you the error, right? Why it is giving error? Because here you can see this last modifications date columns data type is the date type of data, right? And if you will add the column which contain the date type of data with the numeric values, right? If you will click on this gear options, okay, and if we'll check here what we are doing here, we are adding the last modification date column. It means the column which contain the date type of data along with the numeric value, right? That's why we are getting the error here. Okay, so to resolve this error, what we can do, just close this one first, then right click on this particular last modification date column, then click on duplicate column and create a duplicate for this particular column first. Okay, then here change the data type from date to whole number. Got it? Then now here you can see the value is looking like this, correct? Then create another column. Okay, so again click on add column, then click on custom column, and here rename it as number of days. All right, and here we will write as 30 because we have to add 30 on last modification date column, right? Then click on OK, and then it will create another column which contain only the value called 30, right? So now our requirement is we have to calculate the due date, and to calculate the due date we have to add last modification date. Here you can see this is the last modification date, and this is the duplicate of that last modification date column where we have changed the data type from date to whole number, right? And this is another column which contain the 30 only, right? So now to calculate the due date, again click on this add column, then click on custom column. All right, and in this custom column what we can do, we can add this column. It means the duplicate column whose data type we have changed from date to whole number, right? So this is that particular column. Here you can see last modification date copy, and this is that column. So just click on here, then click on insert, then give the plus symbol and add this number of days. Okay, this is the number of days column, then click on insert. All right, then here you can rename it as the due date column. All right, then click on OK. And here you can see if you will add this number with this, then the value will 44988. Likewise, all this value if you will add with 30, then these are the values. Okay, and at the end what you have to do, just click on this particular data type options and change it to date. Got it? And here you can see this is the updated due date. Okay, so now first let me delete this custom column, then this last modification date copy column, then number of days. Okay, then right click on it and remove these columns. So now as you can see, this is the last modification date column, and if you will add 30 days on this each value of this last modification date, then the output should look like this. All right, so in this way we can add one column whose data type is the date one along with another column whose data type is the whole number. All right, and we can extend to a certain number of days to our date type of data column, right? So thanks for watching. Take care. Bye bye.